Kaeta. I'm kind of reading far and it's the glare coming off the board. Actually, I'll show you what I'm reading. I'm reading what's written over there. It's kind of far away. But, and so we translated in English, and he pretty much understood the words, you know. And I just said, well, here, you just put it in this order. And he's like, oh, okay, wow, this is fun. I like learning like this. So he just joined right there, you know. He said him and his wife going to come. So it's like an extra $160 I have, you know, which is cool. Plus, I get $115 because of these books that I make and stuff. Like I make my own material and I sell them, these books, instead of having people pay an entrance fee. I'll just have them buy the book, and the book costs $57.50. He's like, okay, that's fine. And it's interesting because he has a SC 460, I think it is, and he drove up. And he's like, hey, everyone, will come. You know, and it was just really interesting because sometimes when a lot of people say they want me to teach English, I just don't really follow up on it, which is not a good idea because this one Japanese guy, he does importing automobile parts, and every time I see him at Lexus, he keeps saying, why don't you teach me, why don't you teach me? And I'm like, well, you need to call me. You know, I don't know when you're free, which is not good because since I'm the one supposed to have the business, I should go out and seek the customers, right? But I don't know. It was interesting. Let's see what else. So I guess that's it. You know, it's just very interesting how I meet people, and I might think one thing, and it's told. I mean, it just only it only, how can I say, reaffirm a lot of things that I think or I've said in my videos that I need to cut out, that I need to do it, and that's just prejudging, you know, before I get there, you know, thinking this and that. Because for me, it usually tends to be opposite. I am usually 50% wrong and 50% right. If I think one thing, it's not it, and if I think if I think it is, then it's not. If I think it's not, then it is. And that gets all mixed up. So the best thing to do is just get into whatever that meeting or conversation is or whatever, and then let that conversation create its own problems instead of me creating them for myself. But it's just very interesting. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. Peace. Oh wait, okay, I gotta talk for another couple of minutes at least. Okay. So anyway, let's see what else happened. Anyone else I meet that kind of situation. It happens a lot. I mean, it happens a lot. What's one thing that's really cool is when you walk into a bar, especially if it's just a bar, and you can order food, and you sit down, a lot of the customers, especially if they're guys or girls, you know, they'll look at you, you know, and you can think whatever you want, it's fine, but they'll look at you, or they look at me, and then sometimes I'll say hi, sometimes I won't. But if they want to talk to me, they'll say something. And it usually tends to be a nice conversation. And I will say one time when I was kind of rude. It was real bad. And I had just came to Wakayama, and it was this bar called Bird Bar in Wakayama. If anyone you guys can remember, Master, they call him. And this guy is a Japanese guy, and he was kind of tall. I'm not sure if he was taller than me, but he was real close. But oh man, I got a lot of stories from that place. Wow. But his bar had like two separate rooms, and they were like two separate rooms. They weren't connected at all, and he just grew and grew, and for some reason, you know, like people, like if you have a business that's a hole in the wall and people are coming, just keep it, you know. And what he did was he changed his location into this department store, and he fixed it up, and he went in partnership with some other people and stuff. But he opened up this. It was a bar and this gourmet food and restaurant and things like that. And his whole business just collapsed. And it was kind of sad though. It was really sad, you know, because when he was talking about he was moving or something like that, I told him, I said, if I were you, I would keep Bird this location and do the other one just in case the other one doesn't work. He said, no, it's gonna work, and I'm like, all right, you know, because you're making money. I mean, I'm sure he was raking in all kinds of money, because every weekend it was crowded, Saturday and Sunday, with all the foreign people, Japanese people there, and people come in, they spend a lot of money. I mean, you can go there almost any day of the week, and it was always people in there and stuff. And I guess he just, I don't know, you know, people just venture out and lands that they don't know. But anyway, I went there, and I was sitting down and just relaxing. And this one Japanese guy, I don't know, he could have been rich, because this guy knows a lot of people, so most of the people that go to these bars and stuff, a lot of rich people go. You'd be surprised if you don't talk to him. You know, you won't know. So this one guy started speaking to me, and I'll say, and I don't know what happened. It was just one of these ignorant American attitudes popped out, and I said, listen, I come here to relax and not to talk to anyone. So please, can you give me a little respect and consideration? Don't talk to me. Please, I just want to relax. And he looked and he said, okay. And the barmaster, he was like kind of shocked, you know, because usually I'm really nice and stuff like that. And I at that time I didn't understand a lot of things, you know, but later I thought about it, and I was like, that was really, really rude, because, well, I mean, I wouldn't say it was necessarily rude. I wouldn't have necessarily said that. I could have just, you know, let him talk, and I didn't have to look at him, you know, because out here in Japan, when people talk, everyone just go, and it doesn't mean that you're paying attention. And I could have did that, but I didn't. I kind of felt bad about that, and as you see, I haven't forgotten it, but, you know, that was one, you know, and it was interesting, because when you talk to a lot of these people, especially back then, a lot of people were really into English, and you could make money. Like, let's say if you was a doctor, you can easily charge $150 an hour to teach a doctor English, and you don't have to know all these medical terms and stuff like that. And even if you do, even if you want to teach in medical terms and things like that, you know, just tell them to go to order English, Japanese, English medical terminology book, and just teach them. Most of them, they understand English, so you don't have to really worry about translating and stuff so much. And they have these electronic dictionaries. So I actually messed up a lot of opportunities, a lot of teaching opportunities or business opportunities. But see, that's even being wrong too. But no, it's good to be business, but still I miss a lot of opportunities to meet some interesting people. It's just interesting, you know. It's very interesting. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you. And that's it. I'm out. Peace.